What's up, guys? I'm making this video because I have something to say, right? For anyone doing gig work, you need to hear this. There's been videos that I've been seeing lately talking about this topic, and I just think it's important for people to understand that gig apps aren't businesses. They're not full-time jobs. Even though you can make them into full-time jobs, they're not supposed to be businesses. Because a lot of people are, I've heard of people opening up LLCs, EIN number, then also getting a cargo van. The video that I'm referencing is, I forget the guy's channel. It's like Cars and something. I forget what it is, but some of his videos, he talked about getting a cargo van and starting your own cargo van business. But later in the video, he did explain himself and talked about how on YouTube, you have to word things a certain way for it to get picked up by the algorithm, right? And he mentioned that a couple times. I'm trying to make this turn, but it's freaking busy. But yeah, he mentioned that, how the YouTube algo works, and he had to name it a certain way so that it gets picked up and shown to the right people. But a lot of people, they either, didn't watch the whole entire video, or were just misinformed, or just watched one video and just went with it, right? Me personally, if I were to buy a cargo van to do this stuff, I know I would be losing money. Because if you guys don't know, if you guys have never seen my videos before, I'm currently right now, I'm doing Spark full time. And I just ran into a stupid issue just 2 minutes ago. I'll get into that in just a second. But how inconsistent these apps are, it doesn't make sense for you to go out and get a vehicle, like a brand new vehicle, to start doing these gigs. If it's like a beater car, like a $500, $1,000 car, which is hard to find, that's fine. If you want to you don't want to put miles on your car and you want to get an extra car for that, a lot of people might not be in the market for it, but if you are, then sure, go ahead. But don't go all out, buy a new cargo van, and get on these websites like what the hell is it called, CB Driver. There's a couple other job board websites. That's some gem right there for you guys. CB Driver, if you're looking for work when it comes to driving around. But yeah, a lot of people put too much into gig work, and you're not even a business. Yeah, you can write some stuff off as an individual because you're a 1099. You're an individual employee. And I'm not a tax professional. I don't know all the ins and outs. I know a little bit, but I'm not advising you to do anything. But I know there are things that you can write off, like your mileage, your gas, stuff like that. But to put in money to buy a cargo van or to buy a brand new vehicle just to do gig work, not worth it. Not worth it. And to get into it more, what just happened to me just now, right? I'm doing this order. As you guys can see, I have orders, I have gigs, or I have customer orders for the gig that I do. It's called Spark. And I picked up from a certain location. I just got a call from a customer saying, oh, I just changed my address. I forgot to change it in the system. Normally it wouldn't be a big deal. But in this situation, the way that this order is going, it's going completely the other way. But because I can't deliver one of the packages because the customer's address needed to be updated, now instead of being in a good spot where there's a different Walmart that I can pick up from, now what I need to do after I drop off that last customer, I need to come all the way back down, which is probably like a 40-minute drive. I haven't calculated it yet, but it's gonna be like a long ass drive just to bring this stuff back to the Walmart that I picked up from. That sucks. Now, if Walmart if they were smart about this to make it more efficient for the drivers, it doesn't benefit that Walmart themselves, but it benefits the drivers. If they were smart, they would just let me drop it off at the Walmart that I'm close to, because then they could just add that to another order later today or tomorrow, right? But instead, now I have to drive all the way back down. They say they'll compensate me, but every time they say they'll compensate you for something like this, it's never worth it. And I'm not speaking negatively about, I'm just being honest. Like it's never worth it. So I'd rather take my chances, drop it off at the Walmart that I'm going to be next to, instead of driving an extra 50 minutes, who knows, back to Seabrook. So I'm going to Seabrook, New Hampshire, Walmart. So it is what it is. It's whatever. But that's the thing. You can't really predict what happens on these apps. So it's never a good idea to fully go all in and just buy all these things like it's a business. This stuff isn't scalable. Now, if you had your own app, your own customer base, and we're building like a client base and a list of people that were interested in whatever you're doing, then yeah, that's fine. Put all the money you want into that and help it grow and watch it grow. But if you're doing a gig app like Instacart, Uber, Lyft, any of those gig apps, don't go out of your way to spend money on a new vehicle or equipment. Like, some equipment's nice, but you can't scale this up. So there's no point in investing so much money into something when you're not really getting anything out of it, right? Because let's be honest, the most someone can make per hour on a rare order is $100 an hour, and that's very rare. If you're consistent, right now, I think if I'm consistent, I can hit 30, 35, maybe 40 an hour. And in some cases 50, depending on the day. But it's very rare. Yesterday, I thought it was gonna be busy. Wasn't busy. But instead of wasting my time, I just drove back home, did what I needed to do. And I have 7 days in a week to make a certain amount. Today, I'm probably hitting 300 plus maybe. We'll see how this last one works, because I'll probably just be at 300 because of the inconvenience of this last order. So we'll see. We'll see how it is. Normally I wouldn't care, but this is just to show you guys, like, none of the stuff that happens on these apps, none of it's predictable 100%. There's gonna be something that comes up. There's gonna be something that happens that you're maybe not prepared for or haven't experienced before, and you gotta figure something out. But please don't spend money on a new vehicle to do these gig apps. It's just not worth it. Really not worth it. There's probably tax benefits for doing so, but you're going to be spending that money and potentially be without work, because you don't know how busy whatever app that you're investing in, you don't know how busy that app is all year round. Yeah, sure, it could be busy during the holiday season whenever you signed up, but then what about a couple months down the line when it's a new season? You don't know the ups and downs. One thing that this dude said in the video was, he was talking about having, what is it, business analysis. So what's your business plan, and also did you study the market? Did you study the area, right, to know if it's going to be busy for this type of thing or that type of thing, stuff like that. Also the demographic of the people that you're servicing in that area. Are they susceptible to, not susceptible, are they accepting of whatever the service is, right? Maybe the majority of people don't take that service. So it doesn't make sense to go into there trying to start a business when you don't even know who the people are there, if they're interested in your product, right? There's a lot that goes into this kind of stuff, but it takes a lot of research, and that's why a lot of people don't even start their businesses. Me personally, I've had a fitness coaching business. I've had a personal training business, but I was always afraid of opening the whole LLC thing, getting an EIN number, and doing all that. I was always hesitant when it came to all that stuff. Let me turn this here. But I'm gonna, let me see, make a turn here. But I'm gonna wrap the video up, guys. I just wanted to come on here and talk about that a little bit. I just felt like it was important. Too many people out here are wasting their money. They've even come on my videos and said, oh, you can't do this on this. It's like, okay, well, it depends on the area, whatever zone or area you're living in, what app you're working on. There's a lot of variables that come into play. The reason why I make the videos is because I find something good so I can share it to whoever it might help. It's not gonna be for every single person out there. There's gonna be some obstacles that are maybe in your way that aren't in other people's way, right? But when there's an obstacle on one end, there's probably an opening somewhere else. So just because you can't get accepted on one side of the spectrum, you can always check the other side. There's always an opening, right? But hopefully you guys learned something from this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you got something from this video. And again, I appreciate all of you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.